When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Mexico City Golden Eagles and our home team. Here's the punter, Rigoberto-Sanchez, on to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw on 2nd down, Terry, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Terry. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So they bring out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant, 6-6, pull it high.
Here we go. Here we go.
Shoot.
On first down, it's Roberts. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I'm coming after you.
Back to throw. Wolf. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Looking to throw. Wolf got his man complete over the middle. It's Black, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Chopper! Chopper!
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Go!
They'll run on first down. Roberts. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Back to throw. Wolf, wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown! A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Looking to throw. Terry.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On first and 10, Wolf. Roberts got it.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
X3, 218, chopper. Smoke.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dragons 7, Golden Eagles 0.
On the double.
Mike 50 Cent.
Hey, wahoo!
Even. 4 games.
5.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing right, and that's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
80 weapon.
On 4th down, Wolf. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
On the ready.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wolf. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That's a pit. Going the other way.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 2nd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 16. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Terry. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Recon, 132 fighting. Bravo. Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Wolf, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To throw on third down. Wolf. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing on first down. Wolf. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Stop short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Come on, set. 10-2 saw. Hey, Foxtrot. Pilot, 64, weak. Snap.
On 1st down, Wolf. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off play action. Wolf. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Wolf. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So the late turnover, that turns into 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to capitalize and get the 3 that you just mentioned. On the other side of the field, kicking themselves. You think they'll be talking about ball security in the locker room?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. That'll be the first talking point. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw on second down, Wolf. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
General West.
Check three, check three, check three. Check, check, check.
What up?
Check 99, check 99.
Get it.
Back to throw. Wolf. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go, boys, bring it on.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, Wolf. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
On 1st and 10, Wolf. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. From 19 yards away. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10. They're on 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw, Kelly. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw. Wolf. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Back to throw. Wolf. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Touchdown! DJ Chark. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass, and when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Kelly. Complete. Smith has it. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. This quarterback now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Kelly. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
6-6, pull it high. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now Kelly. This is caught, and he will take it in for the touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that will get him one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time.
And touchdown! DJ Chark, 77 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can. Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Kelly to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down.
50, play.
First down, Golden Eagles. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Topper.
On first down, it's Kelly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Kelly throwing again. Man open left side is Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Kelly. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On 1st and 10, Kelly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Kelly. Going to throw again. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That one goes for 24 yards. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but two Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 750.
Now you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Guy giving points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He's going to rifle one deep left, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31, and they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time.
Kelly stripped. The ball is free, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. A very solid gain of 27.
But go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, here we go. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. 80 weapon.
Tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to
2nd and 6. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Kelly. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ready, 90, Wolf. Topper. Five.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Kelly. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here at 29. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Down. 70, Indy.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Big grip.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wolf. He's going to rifle. And this will be caught at the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the defense. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory.
60 outlaw. Quarterback, don't pilot, 64, weak.
Clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.